Day 20. Day 20 is here, is where this course separates survivors from the casualties. Up to now, people have been learning how the system works. Day 20 is about what the system does when it runs out of answers. This is the day people suddenly realize, oh, this wasn't incompetence. This was strategy. Day 20. Delay isn't negligence, it's a control mechanism. Let me correct something most people still get wrong. Family court delay is not just inefficiency. It's not just underfunding. It's not just backlog. Delay is a regulatory tool, and once you understand what it regulates, the whole system makes sense. The part nobody explains. Family court has one overriding fear: making the wrong decision too early. So when the court doesn't know what to do with a case, when the risk picture is unclear, politically awkward, or professionally exposed, it does the safest thing available: nothing. Delay is how responsibility is spread thin enough so that no one owns the harm. What delay is actually testing. This is the part that professionals never tell you. Delay is a stress test on parents. The system is watching who escalates, who collapses, who becomes erratic, who keeps functioning, who adapts their behavior to the system, not consciously, not maliciously, but the behavior under prolonged uncertainty is treated as predictive evidence. Delay creates conditions. Then the system observes who survives them quietly. That observation feeds directly into the outcomes. Why time rewrites reality. Here's the mechanism. Here's a mechanism. Almost nobody spots. Family court decisions are retrospective justifications, not proactive corrections. Once time passes, the court doesn't ask, was that the right time? Was that right to allow? It asks, given that this has been happening, can we justify changing it now? That's why interim arrangements harden. Limited contact becomes settled. Absence becomes established pattern. Time is not neutral. Time edits the narrative without permission. The uncomfortable truth about best interest, the best interest part, best interest of the child, this makes some people angry, but it's true. Best interest of the child is often assessed after delay has already shaped the child's reality, which means the system ends up protecting continuity, stability. Professional decisions, well, they're already made, rather than repairing the original rupture. Not because people don't care, but because reversing harm creates institutional liability. Why the calm parent disappears. Here's the paradox no one warns you about. The calm parent thinks, if I don't make a noise, they'll see I'm responsible. The system interprets that as this parent is coping. Coping removes urgency. No urgency means no movement. Meanwhile, the distressed parent generates reports, safeguarding notes, professional activity. Activity looks like engagement. Silence looks like resolution. And that's why patience alone doesn't work. Why anger is a dead end. But here's the other trap. When delay becomes unbearable, parents confront the system directly. They name the harm, they name the challenge, they challenge the courts, they accuse professionals, and instantly the frame flips from delay is harming the child to the parent is struggling to regulate. The system doesn't respond to moral accuracy. It responds to behavioral signals. Delay produces the very behavior that justifies delay. That loop is structural. The real lesson is here. Delay only becomes dangerous when the system has no risk, not emotion, not this is unfair, this is cruel, this is harming my child, but documented timelines as unexplained gaps, prolonged interim states, deferrals without review. The system moves when delay becomes indefensible on paper. What breaks delay? You don't break delay. You can't. Not with outrage. You break it with procedural exposure. When the record shows months passing without review, children losing relationships without findings, professionals deferring decisions repeatedly, delay stops looking, and the moment delay stops looking safe, the case moves not out of compassion, out of self-protection. Here's today's task. Create a chronology of inaction. One document, date of issues, date of first hearing, every adjournment, every awaiting decision, every period longer than 6 to 8 weeks. For each gap, add one neutral line. During this period, the child had no meaningful relationship with mum, dad, whoever it might be. No findings were made, no adjectives, no commentary. The document reframes the case without confrontation. Now, this is the final bit I'll give you. Delay doesn't mean the system forgot about you. It means the system is watching you, watching what you do when nothing happens. Day 20 is the day you stop mistaking patience for strategy and start turning time itself into evidence. Tomorrow, day 21, we deal with the most dangerous concept in family court: why the court moves towards some parents and away from others, regardless of facts. That one makes professionals very uncomfortable. Stay disciplined. See you soon.